What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. Coming at you from the cart. Practice today, bouncing back after obviously not a great start tournament-wise. So we are out here grinding, working on the things that we need to in order to make improvements and move forward and continue on this path to get to a +6 and turn professional. Now, one thing I've noticed now going through these tournaments, I've learned quite a few things about the game and actually things that are wrong with my game that I need to address by observing just better players in action. And I actually got to see some of the pros play and had a couple pros in my group. Just got to watch some of the things in their games and certain things that they do that I need to now implement into my game. So today we're going to tackle two big things that I need to work on, which is my putting and my approach game. Honestly, putting going into this, I thought was going to be a big strength. I've spent so much time practicing putting. I spend at least an hour and a half every single day on the greens putting. The issue that I'm running into in tournaments is two things. One, the amount of time I'm waiting between putts, just because I'm of four players, is become a bit of an adjustment. I'm used to kind of seeing the putt, walking up to my line, hitting it. So mentally, I'm learning how to just judge my pace, because I can definitely overread a putt and overthink a putt. And that's definitely happened quite a few times where I'm trying to then focus too much on my technique. Because when I'm putting my best and when I'm doing my best practice, I just kind of walk up, see the putt, hit the putt, it goes. So that's one aspect. So I'm getting better into my pre-shot routine, learning how to pull in and out of it. And then also when I'm doing my drills, I'm trying to almost take the same amount of time it feels like when I'm playing in a tournament so that I'm used to that kind of monotony. Just building that into a routine, becoming mentally familiar with it, I know is going to be a big help. Now, number two with the putter is my putting style is part of the problem. Now, for those of you that watch my entire off-season journey, I switched putters from a mallet to a blade. And I love my Odyssey White Hot. It is the best feeling putter. It is the best I have putted. But the thing I'm running into in a tournament setting that I'm noticing is that when under pressure, having to release the putter because it's a blade is becoming a bit of a problem. And majority of my misses are a bit of a push because I'm not fully releasing the putter. And so I was talking to Chris, my putting coach, and going back and forth and just kind of thinking of different ideas. And so one of the things I'm going to try this week that I've been kind of experimenting off and on at home on my putting mat, but now just really want to see, how it works in a tournament setting, is going back to my spider with the stability shaft, but then switching to the claw grip. Now, I saw Phil Mickelson do this for a while and watched a couple videos on him and why he switched to that. And I thought it was really interesting. And so I'll link the video below for what Phil talks about and why he used the claw for quite a while. And it's interesting, he actually went to the claw for one putt on the final round of the PGA Championship because he wanted that stability and just ability to not manipulate the face. Because the issue I'm running into is that I am struggling to deliver the face square consistently. And especially in a tournament when I'm a little nervy, having to release the blade is becoming a bit of an issue. And so I'm not hitting my start lines the way I need to. And I've practiced now with the mallet is just being a lot more straight back and through with the claw grip. And so today I did the Phil Mickelson Around the World drill and did 100 putts in a row with the claw grip with that. And then I also then jumped into doing my short game gains Circle of Rage drill, which I am currently the record holder for being able to complete this in my first attempt. It's on my Instagram page. And I actually did it with the Odyssey, which I can still putt great with it, but I'm trying something different. I'm trying to see if I can get a little more forgiveness off the mallet, get a little more consistency with just going more straight back and through, no arc in the stroke. And then also I'm trying to get my alignment better because I have a tendency to really open up my body because I'm trying to see the line, and that's just causing me a lot of problems with the blade. So listen, I'm willing to try and see new options. It's going good so far today in the practice round. Practice this morning was very, very positive. So we're going to put this into play this weekend and see what happens. So I'm playing the front tees again here at the Falls today, just trying to score and get as low as possible and just get back into that habit of making birdies. And a big thing I've noticed when it comes to ball striking between me versus, the pros I played with is just a level of fear that they don't play with that I do. The two things I've really noticed between watching them play is, one is their commitment to their swings. You know, there's a lot more intention because they're not playing with that fear. And I definitely have played with a little too much fear. And that's definitely an aspect that I need to weed out. I just got to swing, and I got to swing aggressively. When I play out here and I'm just playing by myself, or I'm really going after it, I don't swing with that hesitation because there's really no consequences, right? If I do huff one out of bounds, it's fine. I take a drop, whatever. The consequences don't feel as magnanimous as when playing a tournament round. But that's actually a very poor way to go about it. And I've realized that fear has kind of really bled into my tournament game, where now I'm afraid to really take advantage of what I do best, which is swing, and especially swing fast. You know, when I really connect with my driver, it can go. And so it got me thinking and got me kind of working with some ideas. And so I'm going to go back to playing the draw with my driver, because I can swing a lot more freely with the draw than I can with the fade. The fade is a much more controlled shot, but I have so much fear of it going left that has creeped into my game, and I think it's been a bit detrimental. So this past weekend, I actually played the draw pretty much exclusively, except for like 2 holes where you have to hit a fade, and it worked out really well. I drove it really well. It was other parts of my game that just weren't there, and luckily, you know I picked the ping in order to specifically hit a fade, but actually with the forgiveness and the way the ping is set up, I can actually hit draws much more controlled with this as well. So it kind of works either way, and I'm able to shape it both ways. But playing with that fear of not going left and having that thought isn't the right play, and that's been detrimental. So I've been practicing a ton over the past few days on just rotating properly, swinging freely, and just getting through the ball. And you know, if I kind of push it a little bit, it goes straight, and then like this drive I just hit, you know, if I catch it a little more on the inside, it slings a little more and rolls down the field. Now, the other thing I've been working on a ton is lowering my ball flight. One thing I've noticed with pros in particular is their ball flight is just a little more controlled. I'm noticing with myself, I just hit it so high in comparison. And especially with my wedges, I'm hitting it so much higher than just everyone else I play with. And that's becoming a bit of a problem control-wise, because what's also kind of hurting me is, you know, being able to hit these kind of like nice low controlled wedges with some spin that can get kind of good proximity, whereas I'm bringing them in high and towering. So I've been working a ton on just getting a little more shaft lean and a little more forward press in my swing, which is also promoting a lot of that kind of left miss. And so I've been struggling with that the past couple weeks, because when I fully try and get the rotation right, I just kind of hit these draws. So it's been tough trying to play a fade when, by lowering the ball flight, I'm hitting draws. So I'm kind of going a bit counterintuitive to my whole method initially, because now as I try and lean into the shot more and swing, the ball just naturally kind of got this right to left shape. And when I try and hit a fade, no matter how much I press on it, you know, it just goes so much higher for me. Even when I really lean into one, it takes a lot. And again, if I try and get more forward press or try and hit, you know, the more stock fade, I end up just kind of over rotating and pulling it left. So trying now with the wedges and with my iron specifically to hit it kind of straight, or with just a slight baby draw, not like a big slinger or anything like that. I can still hit my big fade if I need to, and I can still hit one high and do control that way. But I'm just noticing with pros, it's just a lot more targeted, and it's much lower ball flight than how I play. And that last approach with my wedge is kind of example of a shot where the wind kind of ate it up because I didn't bring it in low enough. I do have my new iron shafts coming in, and I will have an update on the Rebuild My Bag series episode 2, as a couple things are coming in. Just been some crazy delays. Obviously, golf's exploding right now, so it's really hard to get product all the time. But again, a big focus on just lowering that ball flight and being able to take advantage of front pins like this in a controlled way. And the last thing I'm going to be doing is kind of, again, restructuring my practice a little bit. You know, I did a video a while back called Confidence is Earned. And it's a big, exercise on, to earn confidence in a certain area of your game. It comes from putting in the work. And these past couple tournaments have made me kind of reevaluate how I've been practicing and understanding why some of that practice translates to the course and some of it doesn't. So, my 18 up and down drill from a chipping perspective, it translates. I know that works. So I know that drill, my chipping has been totally fine. What I'm doing with my irons hasn't translated. So I'm going to be doing a lot more workshopping on being very specific with my targets, being very specific with how I practice out here, not just kind of going through the motions playing around, but I think, playing these rounds from the front tees and playing pretty much irons only, except for a couple holes here when I want to see if I can drive the green, has been good because it gives me more reps with my irons. And when I was playing my best, I was playing the par 3 course, every day, twice a day, and I was getting so many reps with my irons. So I think, not doing that has hurt me a little bit, and I have to bring more of that back in. And then doing these putting drills, like the Around the World drill and the Circle of Rage drill, again, when I was really doing well, I was doing those every day and putting in tons of time. And I just think I'd kind of reached a point where I was doing really well in those drills and kind of focused on other areas. And because I focused on other areas of my game, I kind of lost a bit of that confidence. So I'm going to go back to being really militant on that and just putting in the work, because I know in my last video I seemed pretty discouraged, and I just want to be open with you guys in terms of the realities of what's going on. But by no means am I giving up or am I stopping. It's just, bumps along the way that I'm trying to navigate, and I'm trying to optimize myself and my game to get where I know I'm capable of being. And so when you see disappointment in me, it's because what I know I'm capable of versus what I'm actually doing are in misalignment, and me getting out here and putting in the work. And I like that. I like merit. And that's what I love about golf, is the ability to kind of, you get what you earn it. You have to go earn it. And so that challenge excites me, and I'm back out here every single day trying to earn it. And that's going to be a big piece in just kind of recalibrating and getting the game back into form for this tournament this weekend. So anyway, that concludes this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Join me on my 2021 golf journey to get to a +6 and turn pro. And I will catch you on the next one.